right, you guys, so just a couple of quick helping videos on 7.4 and 7.5 if you need it. And you can get to them through your calendar, and if you click on them, it'll look at like something like this. So let's pull up one of them. And this is, what did I click on? 7.4. Okay. All right, function notation. And I noticed a lot of you guys were struggling with this on the test. And as you can see here, it says to find the value without using your calculator, but you can always check your calculator by entering in the function into the y equals and then checking the table. But I have to let you know right now, like on the test, you will not be able to use that. You will not be able to use your calculator. Okay, they want to make sure you can do it. And if you do a good job on this, please staple it to your purple sheet as proving that you can solve equations, because that's all that this is. So let's do one here. Do you want to, what's a hard one here? How about a decimal? So f of 325. Let's do that one. And the function for f is 4x minus 7. Oh, sorry guys, let's see. So f of x is 4x minus 7. And what did it want us to do? F of 3.25, so I'm doing 1i. So f of 3.25. You see how instead of x, I have substituted in 3.25. I'm going to do it on this side. Okay, so this just means we don't do anything to this side here. This just means that my input for this function is 3.25. That's all it means. So that stays the same. That's going to give us our answer here. Equals, and 4 times 3.25, let's see if I can do this. Check my math. I'm doing this by hand. 4 times 5 is 20. Carry your 2. 4 times 2 is 8. 9, 10. Carry your 1. 4 times 3 is 12. Plus 1, 13. And I have 2 numbers behind the decimal, so 13 even. Minus 7. Ooh, an order of operations. This would be great. 2 birds, 1 stone, you guys. Solving equations and order of operations. 13 minus 7 is 6. So the answer for that one of f of 3.25 is 6. Okay, that's all you have to do. Now, let's take a look at going the opposite way on one of those. If you look at, let's see, k, find x when f of x is negative 13 over 3. Okay, let's do that. So in this case, f of x is negative 13 over 3. That means my entire f of x, not just the x, is negative 13 over 3. So I'm going to rewrite the function as, instead of f of x equals 4x minus 7, I'm going to rewrite it as negative 13 over 3 equals 4x minus 7. And then I'm going to solve for x. One easy thing I can do so I don't have to add or subtract fractions is just get rid of that denominator by multiplying the entire equation by 3. Just a small trick here that cancels this out. So all I have is negative 13 equals 4 times 3 is 12x minus 21. So I just distributed that 3 to everything in the equation. That makes it a lot easier. So trying to isolate x, add 21 to each side. So negative 13, go up 7, 8, positive 8 equals 12x. 12 times x, so I say this sentence as 8 equals 12 times x, and the inverse operation of times is divide both sides by 12. That cancels, so x equals, x is now isolated. 8/12, I can at least reduce that to, 4 can go into both of those, 2/3. Okay, and remember, we practiced those tricky things, or if it wanted my answer, like if it was multiple choice and instead of 2/3, it said maybe 0.66 repeating. Okay, both of those answers are correct. So, or 0.67 if you are rounding to the 100th spot. So if a question asks you click all that apply, please remember that you could have clicked those 3 answers. Okay, let's go back. I did want to go over, okay, here's a quadratic number 2. If you look at the f of x, a good one is to look at a negative number. Let's do f of negative 0.5. Okay. And I'm just writing it down while I'm talking to you. F of x equals 2 times negative 0.5 squared minus 4 times 0.5 minus 5. Okay. I wrote it down at the bottom there. I'm going to solve it. So f, if I input negative 0.5 equals, remember order of operations, so important. Parentheses come first and then exponents. So I have to square negative 0.5, which gives me positive 0.25. Okay, 5 squared is 25, 0.5 squared is 0.25. And then 0.5 times negative 4 is negative 2. Half of 4 is 2. And 2 times 0.25 is going to be 2/4 is 50 cents, 0.5. Minus 2 minus 5, so negative 6.5. Double check my math on that, but I believe is negative 6.5 for that one. All right, I want to do, and then we'll be done with this, and you can just skip around here. But I want to look at 3. This was like the one on the test that I didn't have you do because you guys were really struggling with it, so I took it off. So let me get my paper here. Follow my mouse. I'm looking at A. What is the value of f of 0? So I find 0 on the x-axis. Do you see the hand there? And if I go up, if my input, so what is here on the side? F of 0 means my input is 0. If I input 0, how high, how tall is my function? And it goes up to 2. So the answer for A would just be 2. It's my y value given that x is 0. So try B by yourself. What is the value of f when I input 3? So you look at the 3. Here's x is 3. I input 3. And where is my function? I'm drawing my words out to see if you have the answer before I give them to you. And my function is at negative 2. What is the x value or x values does f of x equal 3? So this is different, right? This is f of x. This is y equals 3. So where is y 3? 1, 2, 3. Follow the hand. And where is the function? It is at x is 1, 2, I've got to count over. X is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so C, x is 6, and it's asking for x value. D is asking the same thing when it's equal to 0. So here it's 0, right? My on the x-axis y is 0. And there's 2 answers, right? There's, it looks like 1.5. Look at the hand. And 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1.5 and 5 for answer D. Okay, so there's 2 answers. And what domain and range are shown on the graph? Domain is the, I hope in your head you were saying x values. And range is the, in your head I hope you were saying y values. So my x values, let's see, starts, my graph starts down here. Domain and range are kind of like that window in your calculator, right? So this graph, let's see, it starts here, x is negative 3, and it goes up to x is 6. So my domain is, and I'll flip back here to write it in interval notation for you. My domain is x is greater than -3. And was it equal to? Yes, equal to -3. And I'm just looking to see if it was actually there. And less than or equal to +6. And that's how you write that x is all those numbers in between. It could be -2.5. It could be +0.3. It's every number between -3 and +6. And that's the domain, because it's the x values. Put that there. Domain. And what is the range? Is the y value. And I bet it's going to be set up similarly, right? Y is going to be between two values. So the lowest point on this graph, follow the hand, -2. The highest point, +5. So -2, boom, +5. All right, thanks for listening.